Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to be taking another look at another community response. It's so funny how every time I feel like there's such a big gap of time in these community response videos, and then like a bunch of topics that I want to make into these sort of things happen all at once. I don't know how it happens, I swear, but we are back with another Golden Week community response video. Thank you guys so much for all of the positive support and all of your suggestions and predictions on the Golden Week prediction community response video. Today, like I said, we are going to be doing another Golden Week topic, that being the fact that this Golden Week, for the first time ever, is going to be a dual celebration on Global and JP. Obviously, this is a big deal for a ton of various different reasons, and I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So, let's go ahead and hop into it here. My boy T-Tash is starting us off. He says, mixed feelings. On one hand, getting these units now instead of November is great, and since Horse Game had no global release, we're guaranteed global top grossing pretty much. Yeah, no, we'll definitely get, I'm sure, at least the first top grossing on global for one thing. On the other hand, Dokkan's been kind of dry, so I hope we get a good amount of events for stones. Yes, I do agree that I really hope that what this celebration brings for both versions is a ton of content. Global especially. Both versions have been a little bit dry lately, but obviously global has been like, you know, kind of lately. So that is what I'm definitely hoping for this celebration. Yes, I do agree, though. It is always nice for global to get these units sooner. Funny enough, I've already seen a couple people saying that they're like, dang, bro, I don't even know if I care about the Annie units at this point, which is super crazy to me. But I mean, I suppose I understand. My boy Abel said it's nice. We can see JP get no tickets. Yeah, that's true. 7-Star Pro says, I think it's cool to do this as a concept, but who doesn't love dual celebrations? The problem for Global is that we just had a dual Dokkan Fest, and this is going to end, and then a month or so later, it's the Annie, and then a month or so later, it's a worldwide celebration. So that's 4 dual Dokkan Fest rapid fire, and I just feel like that's asking a lot of the players, especially free-to-play ones. But as someone who does spend money, I was really hoping to just be able to save the Annie, but I know I'm too weak not to give myself at least one shot at the new characters. Yeah, so funny enough, this is also something else that I was really hoping that would get in this video, because this was talking some people. I was hearing this a lot from people, that this is kind of crazy to think about, the fact that not only are we going to have immediate dual Dokkan Fest, one right after another on Global, of course that being PyCon, and then Janemba, and then we're going to have the GT Goku and the GT Vegeta literally one right after another. I didn't even really think about this, the fact that the anniversary is only like, I think 2 months, 1 or 2 months away, something like that. Don't quote me on those numbers. I'm sure all of you global players can correct me in the comment section below. Please do if you remember it. I just don't remember off the top of my head because, you know, JP main. But nonetheless, yes, 100%. Obviously, this is going to take away a lot of opportunities for players to save for anniversary, and it's going to be a lot of dual Dokkan Fest in a row. And especially, like he said, I wasn't even thinking about the worldwide, but that is definitely a lot rapid fire back to back. I will say, funny enough, when me and K-Bomb were talking about this, my man was literally like, so this is what it feels like to be a JP player at New Year's time. And I was like, yep, this is exactly it, bro. Because on JP, we have the New Year's dual Dokkan Fest every year, and then it goes right into the anniversary. So Global is getting a little bit of a taste of that right now, unfortunately. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the game, for sure. Miracle Weep says, very good thing for the game. That means we're getting closer and closer to having the games with the same schedule. Yeah, so that is going to be interesting to see if that actually does happen, considering the fact that, you know, the game has not been synced up for quite a long time now. We've gotten a little bit closer bit by bit, but we've never actually gotten to the point where both versions are synced up. But with this being another unit that Global doesn't have to play catch up with, and it's already released, that does indeed mean that Global is getting ever closer. I don't know if they are going to sync the versions. That could honestly be an entire different video in and of itself, talking about what would happen happen if the global and JP version did combine together. Definitely let me know if you want to hear my thoughts on that, or if you would want me to do a community response. Actually, that's probably what I would do, because I tend to give my thoughts a little bit anyway during the community response videos. But yes, definitely will be interesting to see. I'm not going to read what you actually put for the sake of the channel, but this man is excited, but his stones are crying and fearful for their lives. That's funny. Yeah. No, I know that this is going to hurt a lot of people who've been saving up for the anniversary. Goldie said 2 words, global content. Yes, true. Still crying. Amazing. I can't wait to play LG. I just hope we get the coin update soon. I personally won't summon unless the banners are really good, but hype celebrations always give more stones, so I will have more for the Annie. And could be some sign of of the versions catching up, I think is what he's trying to say. Yes. I mean, I will say, to be fair, in terms of saving up for these banners, one really big thing to keep in mind with this is that with these particular banners, right, because of how the Golden Week units work, they will most likely basically confirm, because that's how it's been in years past, to be returning on the Worldwide Celebration banners. And you got to keep in mind, those banners in years past have always been really, really, really good. And they always tend to be a lot better than these Golden Week banners. So obviously, I know people are probably going to want to summon to get them now. But it is honestly a decent idea, if these banners don't end up being too spectacular, to just wait for the Worldwide Celebration. Because those banners are going to be amazing regardless of the other units on it, right? With literally just the worldwide units themselves, the anniversary units returning on there, and then not the anniversary units, I'm sorry, the previous worldwide celebration units, and then these units, right? That's already pretty stacked. So definitely keep that in mind if you would like to skip this banner to save for the anniversary. Not going to read that, but that's funny. My boy James says super baby fans crying tonight. Yeah, we'll have to see if that actually does become the case. Obviously, when this video is uploaded, we might actually know that, but this is more so about the topic of the versions being synced. It'll be interesting to see, though, if it does end up being a baby Vegeta. Santi says it's great, just thinks that global doesn't have the coin update. Yeah, that is a really unfortunate thing, because I will say I have been a lot more inclined to summon on more banners, especially since the coin update came out. Like, I went I think 200 or 250 stones or something on the Tapion banner, and I got like another multi-and-a-half worth. Even though I didn't get as much, it felt a lot more, I don't want to say rewarding, but it felt a lot more like all right, you know, that I didn't pull anything because I got the coins. I couldn't have even imagined how I would have felt if I would have gotten Tapion. I'm just glad Global finally gets some content. Yes, me too. Great stuff. Goku and Vegeta Dokkan Fest is a bit disappointing. I was liking the experimental Dokkan Fest characters they were doing, but I do understand the reasoning as to why they chose to do another Goku and Vegeta again. Yeah, it is unfortunate that, like, when Goku... Oh my gosh, I just tapped my computer with my bottle. Sorry if you heard that. You know, it is always a little bit disappointing when they kind of stray away from their straying away from the norm, so to speak, I suppose, right? Because it's always really, really nice whenever they do something that's a little bit more unique, right? That they've been doing with these they've been doing with these Dokkan Fests, rather. And then they, you know, kind of go back to their old ways. But, I mean, Goku and Vegeta are fun, always. Hi, we finally get some more content. Yes, sir. A smart idea on their end makes us wonder if Global's actually going to catch up to JP later this year or early next year. Princess Rosie says, pretty cool. I'm a bit worried on how good they'll be considering they're also coming to Global, but it's always great to see Global actually getting content. My boy Raspy says, I'm very happy. A lot of people will most likely complain about Global not getting enough stones to summon, or anniversaries coming, or too many dual Dokkan Fests in a row, which is true, but Global will probably get everything we saw from V-Jump, so content stones, and a lot of them. Yeah, I sure hope so. Obviously, all of that stuff is going to be coming for Goku Day, and that's not really something that you can change, right? Because, of course, you know, Goku Day is like a set day. You can't really celebrate that on another day. So that is definitely a fair point. And I assume because it's going to be GT themed, you know, they would probably be a lot of good stones. Just because GT celebrations in the past have tended to be pretty banger celebrations, which I don't know why, but they have been. So we'll have to see how that goes. But huge fan of this. Feel like the dual celebrations hit different. Also thinking this frees up the November slot on global, so maybe we could have a dual hero celebration going forward. Yes, that would be awesome to see. I know that was another big topic of this, because obviously the Golden Week units for global usually tend to be the Thanksgiving units. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to put in that slot for global going forward. If it is heroes every year, oh, your boy would be so happy about that, because I love me some Dragon Ball heroes. But nonetheless, yes, it'll definitely be interesting to see what they do for that. Smooth says it needs to be. There's no reason why they can't do it. Joke to society. Oof. They're going to keep doing these same celebrations. They should just put the games on the same timeline. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I mean, there are, again, like I could make a whole video of community response talking about, pros and cons of, merging the versions and whatnot. But, I mean, I can understand from that point. But that does actually bring up another point that I did want to make, which is it does kind of dilute the, I don't know, like, how cool, I guess. There's a specific word that I'm looking for. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Oh, devalues. It kind of devalues the worldwide celebration a little bit, just because obviously if we're getting celebrations that are dual Dokkan Fests, and then it's like, oh, well, this is to celebrate both versions at the same time. It's like, well, wait, bro, didn't we just do that for Golden Week? You know what I mean? Kind of interesting to think about there. Free space for the biggest hero celebration at the same time in November. Yes, bro. Yes. Thank you, Luca. My man spitting. I think it's great. I don't see anything bad on it being at the same time. So this is a dub. Been waiting for content for a while now. Yeah. So it seems like everybody here is excited about it. I can agree that probably the only other big thing that I wanted to mention here is this. Actually, I do 100% agree with that comment that this is a little bit of bad timing for global. Again, that kind of goes back to the fact that it's going to be multiple dual Dokkan Fests basically in a row, in Pikkon and Janemba's case, actually in a row. But I don't think I said it in that way before. But yeah, definitely bad timing for global, which stings because a lot of good units kind of end up coming to global that way, where they're really good units, but the timing is just kind of stinky, bro. With that, though, I do believe we're going to end it here. This is also going to be something interesting to see, I will say. Right here, no tickets or special discounts other than the 3+1 for normal and degraded banners to match up with globals. I don't know if this is actually going to be the case, because this is something else that I saw people talking about. In the past, when they've done dual celebrations like this, they haven't always nerfed JP's banners to be with global. The JP banners just tend to be better because obviously there's more stuff released on JP at the time. And I don't necessarily know if global won't get any tickets. So we'll have to see on that one. But I did want to mention that because that was actually the last point that I wanted to make sure got in the video. So thank you for commenting that, actually. But again, thank you guys so much for your comments. As always, of course, if you would like to participate in these in the future, of course, keep an eye out on the old Twitter. I'm just tweeting them on its questions now because for some reason they seem to get more responses when I just phrase a question and don't, make it like a community response video or something like that. But regardless, though, thank you guys so much for your input as always. Regardless of whether I make it into a video or not, I always like hearing what you guys have to say on these various Dokkan topics. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Of course, if you didn't get to comment on the tweet, definitely do so in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.